Hey guys, Captain Foley here with another Eaglemoss review. Today we're going to be looking at the Klingon Battlecruiser from the 2009 J.J. Abrams film. So let's just start out with the box. I mean, fantastic. The box is fantastic. The way that this thing fills up the front of the box, beautiful. A lot of the other ones, the XL ships are smaller on the front. This I really like. Of course, it's got the standard logo on the side, on the ends, and then all the other logos on the side here. So simple box, but really good. Again, another great display piece. If you can't afford to have this ship out anywhere, you can at least display the box, maybe on a high shelf or whatever, or set the model on top, something like that. So fantastic box. This is cool. It's the only ship in the 2009 Star Trek film that I really actually like. Apparently JJ didn't have much influence on this design. It's only seen on screen for like a split second or two during the Kobayashi Maru scenario, and it's called a Klingon warbird. Klingons didn't have warbirds, that was Romulan, but again, no big deal. So it's just called Klingon Battlecruiser here, and it's a great looking ship. So let's get into it as we do. So typical presentation when you open the box. You got the ship there. It looks gorgeous. This is one of the first ships that Eaglemoss sent me, the first XL ones. Again, fantastic little ship. Not very heavy, doesn't have a hefty weight to it, but it's substantial enough. And again, it's a lot. Well, it's not. I wouldn't say it's smaller than the other XL ships. It does fit in perfectly with them, but yeah, the coloring on it is great. It's this light green with some silvery color accents and some gold accents as well, and just an overall fantastic design. This is a good reimagining of a Klingon D7 from TOS. Even though it does have a lot of the Katinga vibe to it with the feathering on the wings, the neck portion having these like vertebrae type sections is a fantastic design. It kind of goes back to the Klingon armor we've seen all through TNG and stuff with these spines on their back. So that's a nice tie-in with the Klingons there, in my opinion. Other than that, it doesn't have a lot of super detailing on it. I mean, you got some plastic parts back here for the engines, which are like a clear yellow plastic. So in the right light they look kind of cool, but that's about it for color. I mean, you got a little bit of gold here and some gold here, but overall just this green with it's like a mint green almost, with some green metallic sections, as well as some silvery feathering details there as well. The deflector or photon torpedo launcher, whatever you prefer, on the front there is not detailed at all. There's no extra color there, which is kind of an odd choice. Even making it black or glowing red, like a red plastic in there, would have been cool. But it is what it is. The detailing around it also is very similar to the Katinga, but that should have been like a different color as well. Even the silver, if they would have pulled that in, or the gold, would have worked instead of keeping it the same color as the rest of the hull. So overall, great ship. The nacelles sit fine. They canter inwards just a little bit, not as much as the D7, which is fine. I kind of liked the D7 canter, but at the same time, just straight down nacelles would have been cool on that design also. So yeah, no damage to the ship when I got it, so that's good on Eaglemoss for that. The only thing that I have a little bit of an issue with is my one gun barrel. There's a gun here, or disruptor barrel, whatever it is, and one here. This one's bent a little bit just from being in the styrofoam. Not a huge deal. Majority of this is plastic. It's very hard to tell where the metal pieces are. Like this head part's metal. This back part is definitely plastic, and it's a little loose, a little wobbly, not too bad though. This bottom section here, which looks like a Federation Delta, feels metallic, feels metal, but the main bulk of this is definitely plastic, which is fine. It doesn't have the weight of like the refit or the Enterprise E behind it, So again, guys, if you're interested in getting these, click the link in the description below, and upon checkout you can enter the discount code Trekyards, all one word, and get 10% off any orders of $60 or more. Now, I recently found out when I did my last Enterprise E XL review that some of the ships are exempt from the discount code. I got a few messages about that. I contacted Eaglemoss and they are aware of that, but that's just the way that, you know, some of the models are exempt from the discount code. So I apologize if it doesn't work for certain models. It's not our intention, of course. We do want to help you out and save you money. So like I said, click the link, go get a few ships or whatever, and then use the discount code Trekyards. It'll apply it towards whichever ships are relevant, and you get some savings that way. So overall, though, this is a great ship. Like I said, the best of the 2009 Star Trek movie, in my opinion. A great addition to the fleet, the Klingon fleet, and I love that it's not really reimagined that much. It's very much on par with what a D7 or even an early Katinga would look like. But the fact they call them Romulan warbirds is a little off-putting. A lot of people are really upset by that. Other people not so much. They don't care. But warbird is more of a Romulan term for a ship. So if you're a fan of Klingon ships, this is definitely worth checking out. I was really impressed with this. This is a great display piece. I didn't really think I'd really enjoy anything from 2009 or based on 2009, but this is fantastic. And considering how long you see this ship in the movie, it was just a CG model that they used. There was 3 of them, I think, that got destroyed in the Kobayashi Maru scenario. So you see them on the view screen, and then you see them kind of get blown apart with the Kobayashi Maru in the background. So anyway, great ship. The design of the nacelles is modernized a little bit with the angle there, which I kind of like. But at the same time, I don't know how much of a fan I am of it. Some days, to me, it looks fine. Other days, it's like you should have just kept the blunt, straight edge. You're trying to tie it in and make it look too Federation almost, too refit style, Enterprise refit style, with that and the detailing here on the front, on the inside and outer edge. It just looks kind of odd. And it looks like a Federation-inspired design that way, which the Klingon ships didn't need. The back of the nacelle is, of course, very TOS D7 looking, and I think looks perfectly fine the way it is. But the front, the change does make the ship kind of follow some nice lines and look sleek and fast while sitting still. And so that's fine, I guess. But overall, that's just the one nitpick I have, is the engine and the lack of color on it. Now, it's amazing that it's as detailed as it is. These are all raised sections. All this feathering on here is all raised, and the patterning on the bottom is all cut in. It's all textured. So that's pretty cool, considering it's a model that was only on screen for a couple seconds. So the fact they put this one out, I find odd, especially in the XL size. I think this would have been more of the smaller Eaglemoss ships that they would have done, but I'm not complaining. This sitting beside the refit, the XL refit, looks cool. I don't have the XL 2009 Enterprise. It's not one that Eaglemoss has sent me yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing that one and seeing, you know, if it can change my mind a little bit on that design. Overall, the JJ Enterprise design isn't too bad, but I have a few proportion issues with it, which I'd like to talk about, and I have talked about ad nauseum on Trekyards. So, but as for construction, this one's great. There's no like gaps or seams or anything really wrong with it. My only complaint is, not my only complaint, like I said, there's a few, the lack of color and things like that, but there's just not a lot of heft to it. It's very, very light, because I think there's a lot more plastic involved in this one than actual metal. Again, just a nitpick. The neck seems to canter down just a tad right here, kind of angles down a little bit. I don't know if this front section is not super heavy, so, but then again, this is also not very thick, and this feels very plastic. So again, just a nitpick, but the detailing is really cool. So anyway, we're going to take a look at this on the stand right now and wrap this up. But if you guys like Klingon ships, this design is really cool. I'm really impressed with this, and this could have been, all of the ships in 2009 could have been redesigned very similar to the original style, but with a few changes that would have made them much better, in my opinion. A lot of people love the JJ aesthetic, and that's perfectly fine. But yeah, this is the best one in my opinion. But anyway, let's put it on the stand and take a look at it right now. So here we have it on the stand. It fits really nice and securely in there, which is great. The stand is at the back as opposed to in the middle like a lot of the Eaglemoss ships. But that totally works for this design. It looks beautiful on there, as you can see. One of the things I really like about this one is that the ship is nice and straight on the stand. It's not pointing up, you know, obnoxiously like a lot of the other ships are. So I really appreciate that for this one. Again, this is one that you can display low. It looks amazing. But up high it looks great too, with that straight horizontal look. Up higher on a shelf again is fine. Looks fantastic. So however you want to display it, it will look good. And it's got some fantastic angles. Just a fantastic ship overall. Nice model. A lot of great detailing, but like I said, they could have gone a little more detailed with extra colors and things, especially around the front photon torpedo launcher or whatever that is in the JJ verse. On the original D7, of course, it was a deflector, and then it got changed for the Katinga to like a photon torpedo launcher, so take that as you will. But so there it is. Looks great. Definitely, if you're a fan of Klingon aesthetics, this is something to check out. I would highly recommend this one, and I guess that says a lot considering I'm not a huge fan of the JJ films, but like I said too, this is the fantastic version of the Klingon D7 or Klingon Katinga hybrid. The only real beef I have is that bent gun, which is a little annoying, but it's something that can be fixed. You just gotta be very gentle with that one. I almost don't want to fix it because it would snap off fairly easily, so I would say be very careful if you do. As usual, you would probably use a heat gun, just a hair dryer, and just heat that up, slightly bend it, and then cool it. Either quickly by using compressed air or something to correct the visible bend there. So there you have it, guys, the 2009 Klingon Battlecruiser from the JJ 2009 Star Trek film. Awesome ship. I give it a Captain Foley thumbs up for sure. And this should be on everybody's acquire list. Very happy with this model. I'm looking forward to displaying it at some point. A lot of the other ones I'm not really going to display because I don't have the room right now. But this one is worth finding some room for, I think. So we'll see how it goes, and you might see it added to the ready room at some point in some capacities. So there you have it, guys. Fantastic ship. Highly recommended. And like I said, click the link below to go to Eaglemoss, to go to their site and check out what they got. Place an order, grab a few of the ships you really like, and on checkout, just enter the discount code Trekyards, and that's something that'll help you guys out and help us out as well. So anyway, guys, until next time, please subscribe to the Trekyards channel. Don't forget to subscribe to my personal Captain Foley channel as well. There's 2 icons there. And then click other videos. Check them out. Check out my reviews and stuff. So until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley, and we'll see you soon. Thanks again. Kapla.